Hi guys, today I'm going to share with you my experience at Generation Beauty. And if you don't know what Generation Beauty is, it is an event that was held by Ipsy, which Ipsy is co-founded by Michelle FAWN, who is a YouTube beauty guru. So they created this event for beauty creators and beauty lovers to come together and have fun, see new brands, experience new brands, meet new people, network, and basically just get tips and advice from some of the stylists. That's what they call them, but they're like YouTube gurus. They had little workshops going on, and you got to learn tricks on how to improve your YouTube channel if you have one. So a beauty creator doesn't necessarily have to be a YouTuber. You can be someone that uploads makeup looks on Instagram, or you're a blogger, or you're on Tumblr. So basically any social network beauty creator can go. And it wasn't like an invite only. Anyone can go. You just needed to purchase your tickets. And fortunately for me, I actually won my tickets, which I was super excited because I really wanted to go, but nobody knew what it was, and I really wanted to go with someone. So, and I felt really bad asking people to, because it was pretty expensive towards the end. It was $150, and I felt really bad asking someone that didn't even know what it was and didn't really want to go to buy that ticket. So I was very fortunate in that I won the tickets and I got to go. So I was super excited. And anyways, so my experience at Generation Beauty is that it's a 3-day event, so it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And Friday was an early registration, which I didn't attend because it was optional. You didn't have to. You can just go and register and mingle. Well, they said networking, but it was basically you just going and registering early and then just kind of talking and meeting some of the girls that were going. So I didn't go to that, but I went to the second day. And so when you register, you get your bag, which is empty. This one's filled up. And I have a separate video of all the products that you get in your Generation Beauty swag bag if you want to see what's inside of this. But I have a separate video on that because obviously it's a lot of stuff. And then you receive your Generation handbook or survival guide, which looks like this, and it kind of gives you it gives you the schedule. So here it gives you the schedule for each day, tells you what's going on at each booth and what workshops you can attend. And then right here it gives you a little directory of where everything is in the tent, because it was a tent. And then it gives you a directory of all the food places, and then on here was a little scavenger hunt, and then on the back it tells you all the sponsors for the event. So when you first get there, you just register, you get this, you get your little name badge, and each name badge was color coordinated. So I picked this one. The blue one is Beauty Creator Intermediate. And then here are the color keys, or the color key. This one was for an Ipsy member. This one was for a beauty lover. This one was for industry. And then Beauty Creator Beginner, Intermediate, and then Advanced is the last one. So everybody got one of these lanyards with your name on it, which I thought was nice. And then you just had to wait and then enter the event after that. And so at first when I walked into the event, I was very surprised because it was just so huge, and it was inside of a tent, and the tent was nice and cool, and then they had these little pods on each side where you can sit down, and then you had your little booths. It was a really nice little venue because it wasn't crowded. For some reason I thought it was going to be outside, so I was kind of like, oh man, it's going to be really hot, but it was in a nice air-conditioned tent, so that was really nice. And then a lot of the booths had little workshops going on. They had little demos going on, so you can go and get your hair done, get your nails done, get your makeup done, and it was just a lot of fun. So at the benefit booth, they had this little fun picture booth that you can take pictures in, and you can get props. And so me and my friend went in there, so you can see here. And so yeah, this was really fun. I thought this was a really cute idea because it gave us something to do if we're just bored but we're maybe waiting, because you had to make an appointment if you were going to get your hair done or makeup done. So it was just something to do while you waited. And so I thought that was really cool and really fun. And then of course, like Anastasia Beverly Hills was there, and she was doing girls' brows. So it was really fun in the sense that you got to really experience and just kind of like be a girly girl for that day and treat yourself, and it was fun. And a lot of the stylists were very friendly, they were fun, and they really did cater to what you wanted. So I thought that was very nice. I wasn't expecting to have any of those services there. I thought it was more just kind of like walking around and having workshops and stuff. And then on the schedule here, there was different workshops that you can attend that different gurus were going to be at. So like for one, Candy Johnson did a workshop for how to stand out in YouTube, or how to make your channel more unique. So they have it here on the schedule that they give you at where each guru is going to be and what their topic is. And so you can go, and if you wanted to get more information on whichever topic it was about, and you can go and see them, and then you can ask questions, you can ask them directly. So I thought that that was really nice, that you can get information from your favorite YouTubers directly. If you went to their workshop, you can listen to whatever it is that they were giving advice about, and then at the end you had an opportunity to ask them questions. So I thought that that was really helpful, and I really liked that. I also liked that some of the gurus had little meet and greets going on, and for those that really love the gurus that they went to see, you got a chance to meet them. So for me personally, I just really wanted to see Judy and Benji and Juliana. Those were like my main people that I really wanted to see. I was like, if I don't meet anybody, as long as I meet them, I would be really happy. So, and yes, I got to meet them, and I was so excited, and I saw them. Juliana was so cute, and so it kind of towards the end, I would say like around on the second day, you would just see them walking around. Like you would just see Candy walking around, you would see Andrea's Choice just walking around, Charisma Star was all over the place. Like you just see them walking around, and it's just like, oh, okay, you know, like no big deal. Like afterwards, it was just so cool because they were so close and so involved in the actual event that it wasn't, after a while you weren't like, oh my god, there they are. Like you just got used to it. So I thought that was really nice that they were really involved and actually participating in the event. And then you got your little slips for Saturday and Sunday. You got little tickets that you can redeem your products, redeem a product from each booth, which is all this stuff in here. So every day towards the end there was a happy hour, and you just stand in line, give them your ticket, and then they would give you your little sample or full-size product. And then some of the booths had little challenges going on where if you took a picture and Instagrammed it or tweeted it, that they would give you a full-size product. So if you were lucky enough to catch those little giveaways in between, then you would get a full-size product, which was really cool. And then another thing that I thought was really cool is that in the main stage they had a really huge screen that was a live stream of Instagram hashtag Generation Beauty. So if you posted a picture on your Instagram, like within seconds you would see it on that screen, and then it would just kind of fall to the bottom, which we were like, oh look, that's our picture. We were just sitting there. And then they would also print out those pictures for you. So towards the front where the benefit area was, they were printing out the pictures that you posted on Instagram. So these are some of the pictures I posted on Instagram. You can see here, and so they printed them out for you. So I thought that was really cool. I really liked that idea. It was very interactive, and from the gist of it, it seemed like it was just a real social network type of event. Like everybody wanted you to, every booth wanted you to tweet, every booth wanted you to use their hashtag, every booth wanted you to mention them. So it was very like social network oriented. And I'll show you some of the pics of the people that I got to meet. I got to meet Promise, which she is super duper nice. Like, she was just talking to you like normal. She was just very sweet. And then I got to meet Candy Johnson, and she is just so quirky. Like, when you're talking to her, she makes like 20 facial expressions within 5 minutes that you're talking to her. And then when she was doing her workshop, I went to one of her workshops. She's very, very animated and very funny. So even though she was giving good advice and the topic was pretty serious, I still kind of felt like I was at a stand-up comedy show, because she's just really funny and she acts everything out. So she was very, very entertaining. And then I also got to meet, I don't have a picture here, but I got to meet Judy. I met That's Heart, and I also met Benji, Juliana, and I think that's it. That's all I really wanted to meet. Well, I wanted to meet Miss Glamorazzi too, but I didn't see her. But yeah, so I thought that was really fun that they did this for everyone. That was really cool. Oh, and for food at the event, they had a lot of food trucks on the side, which I thought was really cool, because a lot of the food trucks were like famous food trucks with really good food in them. And I don't remember all of them. I don't know if they have the names here. No, I don't remember all the food trucks that were there, but they had like a Mexican food truck. They had Thai food, I believe. They had like a lobster and shrimp. They had a Hawaiian one that was serving shaved ice. So I really liked that they had that there available for you to, if you wanted some lunch, you can eat and you would get really good food. Okay, so that's for the most part, those are all the things that I really, really liked about the Generation Beauty. And now I kind of want to talk about the things that I didn't like. And to be honest, my husband was kind of like, oh, maybe you shouldn't talk about that, because people might lash out at you. You're going to get a lot of negative comments. And I took it into consideration, but I feel like if I didn't attend Generation Beauty, these are the things that I would want to know as well. I don't want it to be just like, oh, it was so great, and then like not even tell you the things that maybe weren't so great about the event. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you what I thought that needed improvement. I'm not like trying to bash them and say like they sucked, and like, because it really didn't. Like, there was a lot of little things that it can easily be fixed, but I definitely noticed. And for one thing I noticed is that they weren't very organized, which is understandable because it is the first event. So there's things bound to go wrong that they wouldn't know unless they actually have the event. And for one, a lot of the workshops were where the guru would talk, and then they would have questions afterwards. So a lot of the times their microphones weren't working. They only had one microphone, and like it was just a lot of hassle for the people to get the actual workshop started, because the microphone wasn't working. They would have to pass the microphone around and have to go back and forth, and so it was just like a lot of time wasted. And a lot of the times it would kind of like kill the mood. Like the person that was speaking, or whichever stylist was speaking, would have to wait, and then then they would have to say, just shout it to me, shout your question. And so I thought that could have been organized a little bit better, because it happened in more than one workshop, and it actually happened quite a few times. So I thought that they should have already handled that. They should know, okay, we're having a workshop, we're going to need 2 microphones, because for the person speaking and for the audience, so that they can have their questions heard by the speaker. So that was one thing. The second thing is that for the happy hour, I felt like the happy hour was kind of unnecessary, just because if you were going up to the booth, I felt it would have been easier if they would just give it to you right then and there, if you gave them your ticket, instead of waiting until the end of the day. Because at the end of the day, it was like chaos for this happy hour, and a lot of the way the venue was set up, a lot of the lines were intertwining with one another, and a lot of people were like, what line is this for? Like, everyone was confused. And so I felt like it took a lot of time, and it could have been easily avoided if we could just give them our little ticket during the day, like throughout the day, and just skip that whole process. And another thing that I thought could be improved was the food truck area. I felt like it would have been better if they had tables and seating area, maybe some shade for the people attending, because they just had like tables and you would just stand there and eat. And I thought that if they had tables, it'd be a lot nicer for the guests because it would give them a moment to rest and kind of just relax for a little bit, because it, you know, in the event you're just standing and walking around all day, and it would be nice if you can just eat and kind of chill out and sit down and rest your feet, because I'm telling you, on Sunday, my back was killing me. It was like, I've never had such back pain, and especially since you're holding this bag all day, it gets heavy, and then you have your purse, and then, you know, you just, back starts to hurt. So I thought that would be nice if they did that instead of just having those little tables where you would have to stand up and eat. Another thing is, sorry, I'm getting hot because these lights that I have, they get hot and it makes me so hot, and then I feel like I'm sweating. Another thing that I was really disappointed at was that all the stylists, practically all of them, had a stylist meetup. So they had a time and a place. It tells you a time and a place where you can go and meet them. The one person that didn't have one that I thought should have had one was Michelle FAWN. And I double checked on the schedule to make sure that I didn't overlook it, but it doesn't have it anywhere on this schedule, and I really felt that she was the main one that should have had a stylist meetup, because a lot of the people that were going to support her, and probably because they watch her channel and they really like her. So I thought that she should have definitely had a meetup, because that would just be her being a good host, because it's her event. And I was really disappointed that she didn't even do that. And like, I wanted to meet her, but it wasn't like on the top of my list. Like I said before, I wanted to see Judy and Benji and Juliana, but I did want to meet her because I did participate in her Google Hangout, and I kind of wanted to say like, hi, you know, do you remember me? I was part of your Google Hangout, and, you know, kind of talk to her, but she didn't even have a meetup. So I was a little bit disappointed that she didn't do that, because I felt like the people that went deserved that, especially the real diehard Michelle fans, you know, that love her. I definitely felt that they deserved that. They should have had a little moment where they can go and meet her. And she wasn't really like in the event like all the other gurus. And the few times that I did see her on the floor, she had like an entourage. She had like 10 people with her. So you couldn't even be sneaky. You couldn't even be like, hey, you know, can you take a picture with me? Because honestly, it felt like if you went up to her, a bodyguard would just could have come out and tackle you. And so I was a little disappointed with that she didn't have a little meetup for the people that probably wanted to see her. And if you took a picture with her, you're very lucky, because I think like a handful of people got a chance to take a picture with her, like maybe 5-6 people from what I can see on the Generation Beauty hashtag on Instagram. And another thing is, the last negative thing is that some of the stylists weren't very well prepared for their workshops. Others were very well spoken and were able to answer questions clearly and, you know, get their point across really fast and easily, where others were kind of like scatterbrained and you didn't know what was going on, and you're like, did that even answer the question, you know? So I felt if those people are not good public speakers and need more help, then maybe they should have helped them. They should have gave them their questions ahead of time, so they had a chance to think of well thought out answers instead of being put on the spot and then just have to think really quick. So I felt like they could have worked on that, because it would have been more helpful for the people that were going to those workshops. And then others were really, really good. Like I told you before, Candy Johnson was a really good speaker. And so was Charisma Star, or Karis. She was really, really good. Those two really stand out to me, because they're both very energetic. They're both uplifting, positive. And Karis was like a pro. I was like, damn, like she just answers them like boom, boom, boom. Like she was very, how she is in her videos, that's how she was on stage. She was giving you the answers right away, and she was very positive. Her workshop, I believe, dealt about haters. Karis's workshop was about inspiration, keeping it real, keeping it positive. So a lot of her questions were like, how do you deal with haters? And she gave a lot of good advice on how to just not stay in a dark place, because it's kind of true what she says, and I think that this kind of advice can just be applied to real life and not just for YouTube. She said that usually you can read 100 positive comments and then you come to just one negative comment and you just focus on that one negative comment, even though you just read 100 comments, because it's really easy to get hurt and dwell on something like that the person doesn't like you. But she said to just remove yourself from that negative energy and go and do things that you're happy about and things that really matter. If you're going to be sad, don't stay in that spot. Like, you can be sad, but don't stay in a sad state of mind. You can do things to make you happy again. So I thought that was good advice. She really just said that you have to work on being positive. It's not something that comes naturally, which is true. So she was really good. I liked her speech, and then I also like Candy's. So I hope I didn't leave anything out. I don't think I did. This video is probably going to be super long, but if you attended Generation Beauty and would like to comment, go ahead and comment below and let me know what you guys thought about Generation Beauty. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys liked it and found it informative. I hope it wasn't too long and boring, because it's just me basically talking about what happened. But if you want to attend Generation Beauty and you're interested, I would definitely recommend it. I'm definitely going to try to go again next year. It was a lot of fun. It was a really great place to meet new people, which I met 3 incredible girls that were super fun, and you know who you are. Pamela, you're super duper cute. I love your channel and I love your personality. She's so funny. And Rebekkah, she is super chill. She also has a channel here on YouTube, which Pamela and her have a channel on YouTube, and I will link them down below if you want to check them out. And Rebekkah was super cool. She was really nice. And then of course Marge, she was really sweet. She couldn't attend the event the entire time, but she was really fun to hang out with. She took a lot of nice pictures for me, so thank you for that. And yeah, so if you went to Generation Beauty, let me know in the comments below what you guys thought about it, and we can have like a little chit chat about it. But overall, the negatives don't outweigh the positives. Like, those things can easily be fixed, and I really hope that they have another Generation Beauty event, because I will definitely go. I had a good time. I learned a lot and I met incredible people, and I feel like it was very helpful. So I hope that this wasn't boring and that you liked it, and I will see you in my next video.